Godspeed and blessed be. How art thou? Blessed and highly favored, and if you're not, you're about to be you see. Real simple, straight to the point. We ain't got to do all the theatrics and the comedy today. Um, I don't know who need to hear this, but somebody gonna feel this. Being favored means that you're gonna be hated. Period. Point. And all the motherfucking be blanks. Okay, there's no way around it. In whatever regard that you're favored in, you could be favored in skill, whether that's tactical skills or something of the creative arts. You could be favored in beauty and aesthetics. That's the one that's gonna get you hated the most because most people are very vain in their surface level. They don't really try to dig too deep or go beyond what they are able to see, touch, taste, feel, smell, all that. It took me a while, and I do mean quite some time, for me to really resolve within my spirit that the reason why I was not liked by certain people had nothing to do with anything that I was doing on my behalf. It didn't have anything to do with my personality. It didn't have anything to do with the way that I interacted with others or how they interacted with me. It had nothing to do where I grew up at. It had nothing to do. It had everything to do with how I looked and how others perceived my look. Especially growing up in a black community when you are not conventionally beautiful and you're not, there is not a specific thing that people could put their a specific like feature or look that they can say that you or category that you could fall under, and you seem something of an exotic nature. And I don't mean exotic in the way of like, oh, you got fine hair and light skin and colored eyes. I mean exotic in the way of your features are not like those that are around you. Maybe because your lineage shows more through you than anybody else's in your community. I had a hard time growing up, not so much with my self esteem, but with how others were constantly trying to diminish my self esteem and my self worth. Like it was a daily practice of someone feeling the need to say something in regards to the way that I looked. And I didn't get it then, right? Because I was like, I don't understand why this is such a topic of discussion. And if I'm as lame or as corny or as this, that, and the other as people say that I am, then why are you so fixated and why am I your main focal point? Until I got on the other side of really resolving that I am a beautiful woman. Beautiful. It's not out of vanity that I say this. I firstly am beautiful innately, and then it just finds its way to my external. You understand? And I don't always promote that. I don't ever believe I was the type to promote it back then when I came into the knowledge and the fruition of, and even now that I'm settled in that. I don't promote my beauty because it is. um, it's not my calling card. It's not something that I just have to rely and lean on. It is just another blessing that God has bestowed upon me, and I'm just grateful for it. I give all praise and glory to the Most High for having it, but it's not my end all be all. To others, though, who may struggle with the way that they look or struggle with how people perceive their look, public enemy number one. And anybody that's gone through this can attest to this. It puts you in a very weird space to be in, because even if you do want to interact and you want to have community, you want to be a part of something, you know that no matter how much you try to dumb yourself down or diminish yourself or make yourself smaller, you're still going to find attention somehow, some way, because you're beautiful. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it a buck and a bean. And people love beauty. They love beautiful things just as much as they hate beautiful things. Okay? Being favored in the way that you look is not a curse. Even though those who do not have favor in the aesthetic apartments will try to make it seem as such, or they will try to make it seem as if the reason why your life is going well is because of the way that you look, not recognizing that more times than not that's a slight against you. When you go out in public, people are not just treating you well off bat just because you look good. That's the reality of it. But if you're not attractive, you don't know that. You just go based off of what you believe pretty privilege is, or what you believe the law of attraction is, and y'all be loud and wrong. Real attractive people have a hard fucking time in spaces and places where people are not used to that type of attractiveness, number one, or they're not used to somebody being confident in the fact that they are attractive. Why do I have to diminish myself because you don't like the way that you look? That don't have shit to do with me. And that's what I had to come to terms with within myself. Like, how I look, you need to take that up with God. I didn't create this. I did not pick this out piece by piece and formulate this, formulate the the totality of who I am. This vessel that I have been loaned, okay? I've been lent, okay? For the time that I am. I deserve to live a well life, just like anybody else deserves to live a well life. And my wellness should not be determined by how I look or how you are willing to accept my look. I don't give a fuck. If anything, bitch, you need to go talk to God and try to figure out why you don't look the way that you want to, instead of trying to figure out why somebody is okay with themselves. Self-hatred is very rampant, and it's too normalized to the point that when somebody actually has self-love, they become a target to those who don't. And that's sickening. That's actually quite sickening. You mean to tell me that I get penalized and punished because I actually love myself and you don't? No. Hell no. I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but you better go talk to God about that, because I'm telling you, you come this way with the bullshit, I'm going to eat that ass alive. I don't give a fuck about your low self worth, your low self esteem, your low vibrations, none of that. And granted, I'm never going to be on your level. You're all the way in hell. All of that, oh, I'm going to come to your level. I'm never going to be at your level, baby. You're in hell. I'm never going to be there with you. And I can literally say never without knocking on wood. I'm never going to be in hell with you, baby. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. So I'm not meeting you where you are. I'm always going to fly above you, especially if you're someone who is so not content, but intentful about trying to break someone's spirit and humble them because you are not okay with you. I'm never going to be on you. We are never going to be in the same spaces and places, baby. I don't know you. You don't know me. None of that. But y'all better leave beautiful people alone. Stop always equating beautiful to weakness. I was taught growing up, because I come from a family of women, a lot of women in my family, that you cannot be beautiful and weak. And now that I've grown and I've matured within my God body, I understand that fully. If you are a beautiful woman or if you're a beautiful man, there has to be some strength in you. Now, granted, you don't always have to walk around with a big ass guard over yourself, and you don't always have to be on defense, but you need to understand that you cannot be weak. Weakness gets you attacked. Haha. And you're already getting attacked because of the beauty. The weakness is just going to double down on that. People smell fear. It's like a dog who smells fear. They're more prone to attacking you. If you're beautiful and you're fearful, you're going to get attacked. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Now, to what degree that attack goes, it really depends. But let's not negate the fact that more times than not, when we find these very horrific stories about these violent acts, is usually someone who is not attractive doing it towards someone who is. And we often want to try to deduce it to everything else but what it actually is, which is jealousy and envy running rampant, And somebody feeding that within themselves to the point that now they're justifying their hateful ways to the point that you would kill someone. Do you know that's how dangerous it is? Folks be having so much envy and hatred and jealousy on their heart that they will literally end your life just because of the way that you look. You could not, let me tell you something. You could be a not shit individual. You could not contribute to society. You could not have no academia or knowledge or wisdom about yourself. You cannot have no good hygiene, none of that. It's just the fact that you look good. That alone means that you should not be able to walk around and live. Do you know how sickening that is? I just said I don't know who need to hear this, but somebody gonna feel this, baby. You better go on ahead, show the fuck up and show out. You better stop diminishing yourself. Put on your best outfit every day if you must. Beat your face down if you must. If you're a man, go make sure that you got that body in order. Amen. If you're a woman, go make sure you got that body in order. And put it on display as much as you feel the necessary need to. You understand? These people should never be able to determine how you walking around and you're celebrating yourself because they can't do it for them. Fuck them. If anything, I'm gonna make your ass feel worse. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not here to soothe your feelings and coddle you and rock you a rockabye baby to sleep. No, I'm gonna make you feel even worse than you already do. You don't like yourself, I'm gonna make sure you hate yourself by the time you're done with me. You hate yourself, I'm gonna make sure that you be on suicide watch by the time you're done with me. You're already on suicide watch, I'm gonna make sure that you go ahead pull that trigger by the time you're done with me. I'm not letting up on you, bitch. Keep your foot on these hoes' neck. If they don't like the way that you look, make them even sicker. Kapooey. Every time they look at you, they should get mad. Good. Cause maybe, just maybe, if they go through that enough times, they'll start to recognize there's something wrong with them. They'll start to see a pattern. Amen. And hopefully something will click. And in that clicking, they can go fix that. Instead of trying to make it somebody else's problem. It's not my problem. I did not create you. I am not your maker. But I can definitely be your destroyer if you keep coming over here with the bullshit. That's it. That's all. This is the sun being queen, the prophetess. Conjuress. Motherfucking me, Lidney. Godspeed and blessed be.